Okay, I was scrolling through Twitter the other day, and someone DM'd me this article, which, again, if you want me to respond to something, DM it to me on Twitter, because it helps me make videos faster when I don't have to scour the internet and lose my mind trying to find the stupidest things possible. Today's excrement comes from a website called Sportskeeda, which I've never heard of before, and it's called 5 Advantages of Using a Console Over a Gaming PC 2022. So this should be a very helpful, very informative article with a lot of up-to-date information in it. And I would like to point out right off the bat that this is the picture they use at the top of the article. Like, this is basically the thumbnail of the article. Someone playing Spider-Man Miles Morales on a PS5 at their desk. And I'm pointing this out right away because later in the article, they say one of the advantages of the console is that you don't play it at your desk. Because it's one of those articles. This article blows. This one's bad. This one's really bad. I know I've responded to some really bad articles, but they're usually like a couple years old or they're very obviously amateurish. But like this one, there's no excuse. So I'm pointing out the hypocrisy right out of the gate. But you'll see what we're talking about a little later. Before I get started, plugs. Twitter handle is on screen until I delete that app because it's fucking terrible. But I'm still there right now. Link in the description to donations if you would like to be super cool and donate. Also link in the description to my music channel. I'm going to start making like music related commentaries and tier lists and ranking videos over there in the coming days, or maybe like in the next week or so. I have a couple videos in the works for that. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. So go sub to my music channel because there's actually going to be content over there soon. It's not just going to be my band, but also listen to my band. Okay, let's get started. I feel like I'd fucking sell out whenever I self-promote. Like people tell me like, oh, you should self-promote your stuff more. I like the other stuff you do. But like literally the second it comes out of my mouth, I'm like, ugh. I sound like David DeFranco. While building a gaming setup, which is underlined and linking to something else on this garbage website. That's how you know it's gonna be a bad article, is when like you start seeing links in every other sentence to other articles on the site so they can just farm engagement. When building a gaming setup, the biggest decision one makes is deciding between a gaming PC or a console. There are a lot of aspects to factor in while making this decision, and each option has many pros and cons that only make it harder to settle. If you are looking for a system to only play video games, the best choice is to get a console, but if you need to play video games and perform other intensive tasks, a PC is an all-rounder choice. In today's market, getting the latest technology is difficult, including the latest generation consoles and new graphics cards, but if you can get a hold of a gaming console, there are many advantages to it. If you can get a hold of one. Interesting. So we're already kind of skipping over the supply argument, because normally in these articles, they start right out of the gate with like price and ease of acquirement, I guess. But since both systems are so hard to get right now, I guess we're writing that one off? Question mark? Various reasons to go for console other than gaming PC. Number 1, ease of use. I love this argument. It's so great. I love when people try to tell you that one piece of modern technology with an easy interface is a significantly better choice than a different piece of modern technology with an equally easy interface. In fact, I would even argue an easier interface, because everyone born in the last 40 years knows how to use a computer. I don't understand the ease of use argument anymore. The more years that pass, the less this argument holds up, and I don't understand how people don't realize this. The best part about owning a console for gaming is the ease of use. Wow. Selling yourself a little short. If that's the best you got, we're off to a weird start. It requires minimal maintenance, takes no time to set up, has more portability, who fucking cares, it's a home console, and can be used for a plethora of entertainment reasons. That's weird because in the beginning of this article, you literally said that the console is best for only playing games and the PC is best for other reasons. You contradicted yourself from the intro to the first entry of the list. That's gotta be a record here. The UI of consoles is straightforward and does not require the user to tweak the optimization settings. I don't know the last time I tweaked my optimization settings of my PC's UI? What? The UI of consoles also is not customizable, so if you don't like it or are having trouble adjusting to it, you don't have a choice of what to do. Whereas with the PC, I can customize my desktop. I have multiple options for like desktop UI. And also, in what universe is PC UI confusing? Going back to what I said about how everyone knows how to use a computer nowadays. On the other hand, PCs require a lot of optimization and maintenance. No. Various drivers need to stay updated at all times. That's not fucking true. Many settings need to be changed so the games perform efficiently. That takes 5 seconds and also is technically not true. You don't have to change any settings. You can use default settings. Like, it's not required. And not all PCs are built the same. That's a good thing. So selecting components requires a lot of research. If you consider 10-15 minutes to be a lot of research, then sure. Consoles are the best choice for casual gamers who do not want to go through the process of buying a PC and setting it up. That is the only accurate sentence you've said. If you are a very casual gamer who just doesn't want to buy a PC, then yeah, don't do that. But I don't see that as an argument to actually go buy a console. I see that as an argument that you have no patience and are just going to accept whatever's thrown at you by a giant corporation, which is a weird flex. Oh boy, number 2, price. Yep, there it is. So I guess what I said earlier about supply chain issues and ease of acquirement is not actually void from this conversation. I'm fucking confused. Anyways, buying a console is a one-time task that does not require the user to buy more products. Buying a PC can also be a one-time task if that's what you want from it. With the console, comes the whole package that is ready to play games after being plugged in, because it just wouldn't be a shitty pro console article if we didn't have basic grammar issues. Moreover, a console is cheaper than a PC with the same specifications. The PS5 base version costs $399, and if you need to replicate a PC that is just as powerful, you will need to spend up to $1,500 and still need to buy a keyboard and mouse. Oh my god, that's so fucking terrible. First of all, it's not true. The base version of the PS5 I thought was $499. I thought the no disc version was the $399. I don't know, but then again, I don't know which version is the base version, but fucking whatever. Point is, good luck actually getting a PS5 at market price. And also, it depends on what you want from your PC. That's the whole great thing about the PC. What you call like confusing and complicated, I call a ton of great options that you have. So say you want to build a PC, okay? What resolution do you want to play at? Do you want to play at 1080p? Do you want to play at 1440p? And then also, what frame rate do you want to run at? What refresh rate do you want to run at? What is acceptable for you? Depending on your answers to all of these things, the price changes dramatically. And that's a good thing. That's options. That's the beauty of the open market. With a console, you have one price tag that gives you one set of hardware, and those games are going to run one, maybe 2 different ways if the developers give you an option. You don't get individual graphic settings. You can't tweak the game to the way you want it to run. You can't tweak the game to better fit your hardware. There is no one price tag for a PC. Even if you're talking about, a equivalent PS5 PC is this much. First of all, there's just no way to know that because prices change. Prices have been dramatically going down recently. Also, you can buy secondhand. There's absolutely nothing wrong with buying PC parts secondhand. I do it all the time. Another beautiful thing about this market. But then what I would argue is the biggest thing is, why would I want to build a PC that's equal to the PS5's potential power if that's not something I want? The people who make this argument so frequently misunderstand the whole point of the PC as a gaming platform. It's not one machine, and we don't want it to be. In the current market, prices of the latest GPUs are skyrocketing due to scalpers and shortage of silicon chips, and resellers are being forced to sell the products at a higher price than the original listing. Wow, it'd be terrible if that was happening to the PS5 as well. Good thing it's not. Good thing I only have to pay $399 for the PS5 no matter what. Number 3, longevity. This should be a fucking hoot. If you buy a PS5 or Xbox Series X today, you will not need to buy another console for at least the next 8 years because those consoles will be supported and have the latest games until 2030. Where are you getting that? Where are you getting that? How do you fucking know? Taking the PS4 or Xbox One as examples that were released back in 2013, the latest games are being released for them as they still have a large user base, and it's speculated the games will continue to be released for them for the next couple of years. Yes, because the original PS4 and Xbox One are giving you the best game performance in 2022. That's actually the argument we're making today. PC gaming hardware evolves with time. And because, like I said, it's not one locked machine, you can upgrade your hardware as you go. And then there's a giant portion of the PC market that doesn't really care about hitting the fucking highest graphics and highest frame rates possible. A lot of us just don't care. I was playing at 1080p until 3 weeks ago. I was running a 2070 until 3 weeks ago, and I was fine with it. And even now that I have a 3070, I'm not running most of my games at the highest graphics. Yeah, I'm running some of them at the highest graphics, but not all of them, because Other games, I want lower quality graphics so I can hit higher frame rates. Like in multiplayer games. You just so obviously have never been on PC before. You don't understand this at all. Using the PS4 and Xbox One in 2022 is not a flex, but you think it is. Today's gaming PCs with the latest specifications will last many years, but will need regular updates to keep up with the increasing requirements, and as new CPUs are released, the old motherboards are not compatible, forcing the user to change many components for one. That is not fucking true at all. Even if you take the strongest gaming PC from 2013, it will struggle to run the latest games at high resolution and FPS, something last generation consoles are capable of. You seriously think the Xbox One is capable of high resolution and FPS? You genuinely think a 2013 Xbox One is capable of modern graphics and frame rates? I'm embarrassed on your behalf for this. Number 4, exclusivity. This was... 2022 was not the year to bring this up. Nintendo Switch owns many video game franchises that are only available on the Switch. Moreover, many PlayStation exclusives are released for the PS4 and PS5 first. If they're released for two systems, they're not exclusive. I guess they're PlayStation, whatever. And the same will be released on the PC many years after. So what you're telling me is if I want to play Switch games, I need a Switch, but if I want to play PlayStation games on PC, I can just wait. That sounds completely fine to me. Also, fun fact, Nintendo is almost certainly bringing their games to PC now. Mario Kart on PC leaked like a week ago. Nintendo is almost certainly bringing games to PC in the future, and we can just emulate them. Nintendo games are not hard to emulate, and reliable Switch emulators are very easy to get your hands on. Number 5, space. A gaming PC requires a desk, chair. Oh, this is going back to what I said before. Remember, little reminder, this is the thumbnail of the article right here. This PS5 at a desk is the thumbnail of the article, but now here's what they actually have to say about space. A gaming PC requires a desk, chair, and a small portion of the room to be used, whereas a console can fit in a TV stand and does not require extra furniture to be used. Interesting, because you're using the console here in this picture at a desk. It's almost like you can put these things wherever the fuck you want. Moreover, a gaming PC is suitable for one person only. That's not fucking true. With one pair of keyboard and mouse connected to it, and even though controllers are supported, most PC setups are built with one user in mind. Oh my god, that doesn't mean they don't have other USB ports or Bluetooth support. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? A console kept next to the TV can be used by multiple people at once, sitting in the hall with multiple controllers connected to it, and the controllers can be carried around easily as they are light and small enough to fit in a bag. If you want to have your PC in the living room connected to your TV, you can do that with little to no effort. I'm actually in the process of using my old 2070 to build a PC just for my living room TV. Like, I'm actually doing that, partially to prove a point that it can be done, and the people who say it can't be done or don't want to accept that it can be done are just fucking stupid, but also because I genuinely want that. I am literally about to build a TV PC to replace my Xbox One that's currently being used in my TV. Because I'm done dealing with the shitty graphics and abysmal load times whenever I just want to watch fucking Bachelor in Paradise. Yes, I watch Bachelor in Paradise. It is the most fucking addicting show on the planet. Don't knock it until you fucking try it. All of the Bachelor shows are insanely addicting. I'm serious. Watch The Bachelor, watch The Bachelorette, and then watch The Bachelor in Paradise of the same year, and you'll have all the people who didn't win Bachelor and Bachelorette go to Bachelor in Paradise and just fucking rip into each other. It's the most entertaining thing on the planet, but I don't want to have to wait 10 years for my fucking Xbox One to load Hulu, because for some reason that's a thing that it fucking does in the current year, because the 2013 hardware that you said supports modern gaming and is good for modern gaming fucking blows. Sorry. God damn it. This article sucks. The article ends right after that, by the way. There's no outro, there's no conclusion, there's no recap. It ends right there. So I guess I'll end my video right here too. This article sucks. Toodles. Sorry.
Yeah.
People right over here. All around me.
See a guy right in front of us.
One down.
Downed him.
I'm jumping back down. I'm dead if I don't. Coming up the same way as before.
Careful, Joe. You're on your own. Nice work.
Damn, this guy.
Oh, over here. Almost cracks. Crack teammate. Down teammate. One shot to the other guy. I have no ammo. Cracked. Down.
Hit him once.
There's a
Killed
portal
him?
by right there by where I died. I don't know if you can get to it or not. I know where he is too.
Yeah, top sniper,
oh,
top
he's
roof, top
sniping.
roof, top roof. Nice
My
job.
dude.
Bullet to the brain.
Boom shakalaka.
Nice job.
Good job, dude. Well played, boys. Sorry I wasn't there for the